All right, you ready?
Wait, give me 2 seconds. Okay, go.
Hey friends, it's Simon Hurley and welcome to another video. This one's been a long time coming and I'm here with one of my best friends, Ale, and we're gonna be creating a really fun card using stamping foam.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for a really long time, so I'm super excited to finally learn how to make cards.
All right, so we've got our pieces of stamping foam and our textures here. I'm gonna be using the stippled circles, and Ale found this really fun fresh cut flowers one that we're gonna be stamping into. We're gonna walk her through because she's completely new with the stamping foam. She's seen it a little bit, so we're gonna flip over our stamps like this.
Okay.
And then grab your heat tool.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have my heat tool. I like these ones because they're kind of quiet and it disperses the heat pretty evenly.
Okay. Do I need to watch my hand? Am I gonna burn my hand?
You should be pretty good.
Okay.
I just kind of hold at the edges like this and then just, of course, don't heat your... Yeah. All right, so we're gonna start off by just heating this up. And you wanna do it for 10 to 15 seconds and keep the heat tool kind of moving around so that it doesn't burn your foam. All right, and then once you're done heating this, you're gonna really quickly press it in to your texture.
Where should I put it? On the stamp, wherever I want?
Anywhere, wherever you want.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And then give lots of pressure. All right, so there is my texture from my stippled circles. And so here's the thing, don't feel bad, because the really cool part about the stamping foam is you can reheat it if you want to retry it.
Oh.
So I think the thing
Should
that
I
you...
go again?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's do it one more time. This is really great to show though, because in case if somebody didn't do it perfect the first time, look, it goes right back to normal. And then when you're ready again, you can press it back into your stamping foam. And I think the thing with yours, you want to do it a little bit quicker than you did it last time. Sometimes I always say like you want to plan out exactly where you want to put it before you press it down. All right. We're gonna do 3 times. All right.
Yeah.
So one more thing that I didn't mention is you can also attach it to an acrylic block. I do this a lot if I want like a much more even texture.
Yeah,
and it's
I'm
a lot
having
easier.
a hard time with the pushing.
Yeah. So this will make it a lot easier, and my acrylic block is sized perfectly to fit with the stamping foam. Perfect. All right. Now try it again.
Okay. Am I ready?
Yep.
Oh, I feel like not
Quick.
enough.
Perfect. Now press. Like kind of rock it a little bit. Perfect. That's good.
Okay.
That's good. Third time's a charm. All right, so next we've chosen our ink colors. We've kind of laid them out here, and I'm gonna show her kind of how to apply them onto your stamp. We're gonna grab one of our colors. You can grab kind of any single one.
With this one.
Perfect. I'm gonna go in with Guppy, and she's using Rosy Cheeks, and then we're going to ink up our stamp. So to do this, you're gonna kind of rub your ink pad onto the surface with kind of a light pressure.
Do I just send it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just fully set. There you go. First off, no one's gonna know what send it means. All right, so we're going in with our next color. I'm using Prom Queen.
What is this? Shooting Star.
And then to do this, you can kind of lightly rub into the next color there. And you can kind of overlap it a little bit. But with the yellow, I'd be a little bit more careful. And then just use kind of that like front edge of it too. And then we're also gonna use like a blending tool to kind of blend them together, so you should be good. That looks great. And you just wanna make sure the colors will kind of blend together. So for her, we chose colors that'll create like nice colors in between. So get like a green and an orange blend.
Oh, I really like this actually.
All right, so if we have any harsh kind of color breaks in here, I'm gonna give you this yellow one, and I'll grab this pink one. So if you have any like in between those different colors, you can go in and kind of pounce in there and blend them together like this. And it's not doing a ton, but it's just getting rid of any of those harsh lines in between and blending them together, sort of.
Should I dab instead of like rubbing?
Yeah, either way. I kind of just lightly dab in between. It's not pulling off any of the color, so it's just kind of lightly moving them together, especially with like greens and blues like that, where there are like harsh color differences. It helps to kind of blend. All right, so next, once we have these all inked up, we're gonna go in with just some water to kind of help them blend out together. So if you hold that one there, and then we're just gonna lightly mist. And then I'm gonna lightly mist mine too. And I just do it from a little bit of a distance, and we want them to be like, have a little bit of water on them, but not puddles.
And now we just press.
And now we just stamp them down. So I kind of line it up with the bottom 3 corners to make sure that it's even. And then I'll give it some good pressure. And since you've still got that acrylic block on there, it'll help to kind of press it down evenly.
Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
Oh,
that looks good.
I like.
And then if your borders aren't even at all, we'll fix that in a second, so don't worry. We're gonna go in with this one to start off with. And I'll show you the first one and then you can kind of take over from here. So this is a little mini guillotine trimmer. I love this one because it fits on your desk super easily. And let's start off with this edge because it's not perfectly even there. You can take it in your trimmer here and I line it up right with this plastic guide on this edge here. And then you're gonna hold this down so that the paper doesn't move and then press that down.
Okay.
And it'll give you an even cut there. So you can do that on all 4 edges then.
And chop?
Isn't that fun?
It is fun.
So there is how you get a nice even edge. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Mine's slightly curved. Is that going to be a problem? Just rinse it with
Scary
water.
with water there for a second.
Is that how you clean them?
Yeah. And because my inks clean off super easily and they won't stain, I'm just gonna go in here and wipe.
Oh, that's nice.
And they come off. Yeah, nice. So we're gonna set these off to the side. We're gonna do one more background with the stamping foam, and then we're gonna choose which one we wanna use on our finished cards. So we pulled a pillow for our next texture. We're both gonna do this one. It's got a lot of,
It does have a lot.
lot of texture going on there, and I think this is gonna be super cool with the stamping foam. So, we're gonna shove this on the desk. All right, so we're gonna heat this up just enough to get it hot and flat again. And then once again, we can reuse it and press into this pillow. Oh, that's a little repulsive.
Should I try mine real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
bad.
bad.
It's really ugly.
We're gonna try a different pillow.
Yeah.
I need a bigger studio.
Can you please leave in there, you crawling out of the chair?
I will.
Get in. So we actually decided to get a new pillow because the other one
Was bad. I'm gonna use this section of the pillow and she's gonna use this one, so we're gonna get 2 completely different looks. We're gonna bring our heat tools here and heat up the stamping foam. All right, so once I'm done with that, I'll stick a landing into the pillow here and give it some good pressure. And when you're pressing down the pillow, make sure you press down hard because there's a lot of stuffing in here. And there we have our first texture.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh, that one's really cool.
That one's better. A lot better.
I like that
Love
one.
that. All right, so then we're gonna go in with our ink pads again, and we're gonna start inking this up. And because Ayla is now a pro at this, we can start talking about how our friendship began.
Yeah.
At the beginning of high school. So we went to high school together. And with this one, if you want to, you can press a little bit deeper
it's
into
lighter.
there.
Okay.
Because you've got all that woven texture, and if you want to get it inked up and see that detail, you can press a little bit more ink into there. It depends on what
Okay.
kind of look you want. So, when high school first started, one of my friends was in volleyball with you.
And I met her on like the first day of tryouts, and she was like the first friend that I made in high school. And
But
then
she was sick on the first day of
she
school.
was. And I knew that she was friends with Simon.
So we were sitting in like the orientation, like the first day thing,
Freshman
and
orientation, gotta love it.
I had no idea where to sit, and so then I sat down with her, and she said, "Hi, I'm Ayla," and I said, "Hi, I'm Simon," and then it's history.
Yeah, the rest is
There's
the rest
literally
is
not even a
history.
story there.
No, it's not that exciting.
It's not a good story.
But what is it, like 5 or 6 years later?
Yeah.
6 years?
6 years later.
That's insane.
We were always pretty
Very
good friends, but we were
friendly,
never like
yes.
super close. And then once high school was over, kind of like that summer, I think we became like really close, and we like hung out every single day. It's been a lot of fun.
And now we still hang out
Every single
every
day.
single day. What do we even do?
We don't do much. We
go
go
to
to Target.
Target.
I think we both said it at the same time. We go to Target a lot.
Sierra Trading Post.
But that's where we just were today. We were picking out her little brother some clothing.
Now it's 10 p.m. and we're filming this video
Mm-hmm.
because we were at Sierra Trading Post.
For way too long. But hang out on the lake sometimes too. But if you don't see a video for a long time, it's usually because she called me to hang out too often and I didn't get time to edit.
Simon's mom has to get him back in the office all the
Yeah.
time. Nice.
Wait, you get to do this one. Spray
Spray
mine.
yours?
Yeah. Perfect. You want it to be like glistening like that, but not puddles. Unless you want the like watercolor look. I'm gonna line it up there and then give it some good pressure again. So here are our second finished backgrounds. I like that we got 2 different ones out of that one pillow. But you could do like anything around your house. We had fun just kind of like looking around before the video and finding different objects.
I kind of like my other background
A little bit better.
a little bit better. And then I don't have to cut this one.
Same.
It's already done. Can I do this one in the middle or like off to the side?
Yeah, so the cool part about this is you can peel apart our stamps. So if you flip this one over, and then you can kind of just pop the stamp out of it. So you could use that like you did as a whole background or by itself. And then you're going to take your acrylic block, which is like the magic little thing, and that clings to it.
Oh yeah, it does.
Brilliant, eh? All right, so then I'm going to use this peel apart stamp, and this one's called Watercolor Blooms, and I'm just going to peel out, I think, 2 of the flowers, and I'll use these 2 together. So with that, you're going to take that, and you're going to ink the whole thing up.
Okay.
And I usually ink it up with, like that. There you go. And you can, don't swipe, just tap. We did the swiping earlier on the foam, but when you're stamping a normal stamp, you just tap like that.
Okay.
And then you can stamp it down onto here. Perfect. Great. This ink takes a little longer to dry. So you can take this.
Is this embossing powder?
How do you know?
I watched some of your videos.
All right, and then you're gonna sprinkle that over top. I do it in every one of my videos. There you go. And then tap that off. Yeah, sometimes her and her friends just will sit down and go on a marathon of watching all of my videos.
At school, I have had viewing parties where we literally just watch Simon's videos. I love the ones when you're literally 12 years old.
Oh, they like to go back all the way to the beginning and watch those. Then you're going to heat this up.
What is this?
So this is another heat tool, but this is like a little bit stronger, so it's going to heat that up.
The embossing powder?
And it changes.
It's cool. I don't know how you're not getting any ink on your hands.
Oh my gosh. Okay, pull your hands this way.
Can you please put this on the table?
How'd you get ink all over there? All right, pull your hands forward.
It's on the table too. I got a little bit messy.
So then you're gonna grab these colors and you're gonna do your coloring. So what you're gonna do is take this and make a palette on your craft sheet. And so this is like a surface, like a craft sheet that can be cleaned off. And then you'll do it with all of these colors. And while she's doing that, I'm going to do the stamping of my flowers as well. So these are more solid stamps. All right, so I put down a little bit of Psych, and then I'm gonna use Tropical Tango and kind of roll a little bit on there. And then to do the top of the petal, I'm gonna do a little bit of Shooting Star, which is my lightest yellow. And then there's a little bit of a line there, so I'm just gonna go in and again, use the blending tool to dab it off. And then I always like to just spray it just to kind of react to the water a little bit and get a really beautiful image. So I'll stamp that down. And
that's cool.
We have one of our flower stamps. And because you have that kind of watercolor look, it gives a couple droplets and things like that.
So we actually brought my little brother shopping with us before this.
To Sierra, because he wanted a new wardrobe.
Right, and he doesn't know how to go shopping by himself, and Simon thought he would be a good help. We did, and it was pretty successful.
We picked him out, I think, 5 new shirts.
Yeah, and a pair of shorts, but now he's sitting in Simon's living room all alone.
He's watching Stranger Things, so if any of you guys are watching, it's a great season. So he's like starting on that. There's like hour episodes. He's very entertained out there watching that.
He's having a good time.
All right, so I'm gonna go in and fussy cut this out and just leave a little bit of a white border. So while she's coloring that in, I can cut this out quickly so that we can add everything together on our cards. So Eli has 3 cats.
I do.
One of them.
They're a little interesting.
One of them has thumbs.
Yes.
Like
he had
thumb.
it like his hand looks like
a glove.
Yes,
a mitten.
Yes. He has 7 toes on every paw. He's part bobcat, so he's polydactyl, and he also has no tail, and he's supposed to be like that.
And then there's the other one who was the runt, and he has no thumbs and a tail. And he's the normal one, but he was the runt.
Yes, because normally that breed you get because they're a little like exotic. But we felt bad because no one wanted to buy him. So we went back a couple weeks later and bought his brother.
I'm very allergic to them, but I also have learned to love them.
He loves them. Whatever he says, he loves them.
And the one with thumbs likes to slap.
He does.
And it makes a really loud noise. Oh, that actually looks really
Do you like
Wait,
it?
can you show them?
Yeah.
That looks literally amazing. You know how they always say, like, trust the process?
Yes, that was a classic trust the process moment.
So we need to talk about this. So one day, I think it was like probably sophomore year of high school, Ayla came to school with a whole pack of stickers, and she needed to cut these stickers out because they were like squares. And she was making a phone case. You know exactly where this is going. Yeah. She was making a phone case, and so she's cutting out these stickers, and I come over, and I see what she's doing, and it's repulsive. The edges of the stickers were like the most jagged
It wasn't
things.
even bad. I didn't need it to be perfect, but he insisted that he takes my scissors and cut out all my stickers because he's like, I do this for a living.
And they turned out really good.
They did turn out good.
Everyone comments how they love my fussy cutting.
Why do you call it that?
That's just the industry term.
What's it called?
Fussy cutting?
And, like, is that the name of the scissors? Or?
No, it's just because it's fussy, I think. Speaking of my scissors, these are Fiskars Spring Assist scissors, and they're my favorites. Okay, basically, though, they spring back out at you, so your hands don't get, like, tired.
Oh, right. I do like the spring.
I know!
That's super nice.
Oh. I hope I'm making you nervous.
You are. Don't look so close. I think we're gonna pass this over to Simon because...
We're gonna just quickly hand off the baton.
Yeah. Show them what I've done so far, maybe.
Yeah.
Decent. I feel like it's important to share right now that Simon has religiously been drinking Red Bull when this video cuts because he's so tired. But you would never know, so the Red Bull must be working.
Little do you know, most of the videos that you are seeing are filmed at 3 a.m. That's bad. You guys are gonna yell at me in the comments. I already can see it.
Yeah, this is a funny story. The other night,
oh, I'm scared.
I think we hung out like in the evening, and then the next morning we were supposed to hang out, and I called you in the morning to see what our plans were, and you were like already awake, and normally you're not awake that early, and then I was confused, and you're like, oh, I haven't gone to bed yet. It was like 8 in the morning. I just don't think you slept that entire
I did
day.
not. I wanted to sleep so bad, but I had a deadline the next day. And I am the biggest procrastinator, but my redeeming factor is I will get it done, no matter what.
Do you have another choice, though?
No. Absolutely not. All right, guys, so we grabbed the pretty Peonies stamp set, and I love the different like script sentiments in here. So I think you decided on You Bring Me So Much Joy, and I'm going to do You Are My Prayers. With these ones, you just kind of peel them off like this. And then we got these little sentiment blocks in here, and all you need to do is just press that down. Yep, the flat side goes on there. And then we're going to ink these up with a little bit of our black ink again.
Thank you.
Oh.
Accidents happen.
And then I'm going to just stamp this down, give it some good pressure, and there we have our sentiment. And then I'm going to quickly fussy cut these guys out too, because I like to fussy cut them out so that you can see more of the background and stuff, rather than just leaving a big square cardstock.
I'm gonna make you do mine too, because we've established that I'm not a great cutter.
So we're gonna use these tape runners to apply our adhesive down. These are my fave. You gotta make sure the logo is kind of like upright like this, and then you're gonna have a perfect application. And then you just glide this along.
All the edges?
Yep, and it's like magic. It just applies a bunch of double-sided tape.
How do I like get it off? Oh.
You just lift. Isn't that cool?
That is really nice.
I'm telling you, it's the best. You always gotta make sure that this fold is at the top of your card, otherwise you're gonna adhere it backwards.
Okay.
Done that too many times. Then we're gonna use a little bit of foam tape to adhere this down and give it a little bit of dimension. So I'm gonna grab you a strip here.
It just rips right off.
Isn't it so nice?
That is.
What you do then is just go in, and you can rip off little pieces to go right behind your flower and your sentiment to pop them up. All right, so I'm gonna adhere this guy down like this. I love it.
Good.
Yeah. I think they turned out awesome. I love the different backgrounds that we created with the stamping foam and then creating the finished product using some of the peel apart stamps. I think we had a lot of fun crafting together.
It was a lot of fun.
And playing with the stamping foam. If you guys want to check out any other products we used in today's video, I'll have them all linked down below in the description. And if you want another one of my friends or Alade to come back on video, let me know in the comments down below. I think it was a great time.
If I'm lucky, I'll get a part 2.